Hello everybody, Element12 here, and welcome to Review on Titan, is I guess what I'm calling this thing. My weekly review show where I'm going to be talking about the Attack on Titan dub that's coming on it's Adult Swim, coming on Toonami. I'm going to compare it to the sub version that's available on Netflix.com, which Funimation did the sub and the dub, so there you go. I'm comparing the two and see which one is honestly better. Tonight was episode 3, which I'm going to be on Wikipedia because I forget minor things, which is a a dim light amidst despair. Humanity Rises Part 1, which is about, obviously it takes place directly after the last week's episode where Eren and the crew, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa, or Mikasa, I guess whatever we call them Mikasa, I guess because it sounds easier, where the three of them are in the army, the Survey Corps, and there's the crazy freaking yelling drill sergeant, which is funny. I love this guy. He's actually really fun. I don't know. He's kind of he's all right in the sub. In the dub, he's really fun. Like, he seems like a really fun guy. In the sub, he's okay. In the dub, he's freaking awesome. Which I'll get more of that when I do the sub versus dub comparison. First, I'm going to do a basic review of the episode. Obviously, spoilers. This is obviously spoilers. They're in the crew, and he's yelling at all the people. And this is where we introduce my favorite character, I think, throughout the entire series. She has a name, but everybody calls her Potato Girl. Well, she's my favorite favorite character in the whole series. I love Potato Girl. Because what happens in this episode is, just out yelling at everybody, she's just eating a potato that she stole from the mess hall. And she says, like, "I stole this potato, sir, and I want to eat it." And she basically gets forced to not eat for 5 days and to run laps the entire day. Because, yeah, you don't freaking do that. That's kind of basic. Also, I shaved. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I shaved. That's magical. Speaking of army, I guess. I haven't shaved my head. My hair is still long and luxurious. I just shaved my beard and my mustache because it was getting in the way. Anyway, I usually have the scruffiness because I'm just too lazy to shave for the most part. Anyway, this is not Attack on review show. Wait, review? What? This is not me talking about my facial hair. It's me talking about Attack on Titan. Anyway, but yeah, so she gets punished. Everybody realizes that Eren is from the town from the last 2 episodes that got attacked, so they're all saying, "Hey, what did it look like?" And he gets slightly traumatized. There's a few people he gets in fights with because he's on this goal to kill every single Titan ever. And there's other guys who are just like, "I just want to join the army and just be a police officer and just be chill." So he gets in fights with them because he feels like they should have, like, morals. They should be able to fight the Titans and stuff. And the guy who's yelling at, I think his name is Gene, I think was his name. He gets in a fight with him. He's doing about that, and they eventually learn their differences. He has this weird crush on Mikasa, which is kind of random. I don't know how long, and he liked her. I think he liked her long hair. And as soon as the scene was over, Eren's like, "Oh, your hair's totally getting in the way. You should cut your hair." And then he got sad because she cut her hair. So I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere or that's just a random joke. There are a few just random jokes in this. Like, there was one, like, obviously when the Potato Girl finishes her laps, this girl helps her out by bringing her, like, by sneaking food, and she's like, "Are you God?" Well, in the Japanese version, it's like, "Are you God?" And in the dub, she says, "You must be a goddess sent from heaven." It's like, that works a lot better because she's a goddess, not a god. God's kind of generic. Goddess works because she's a female. That works. There's a joke about when Mikasa's talking to Eren, because the big issue in this episode is that they're learning to use, I think they're called OELs? What are they called? I forgot what they're called. They're like the little metal, I'm going to look it up real quick, the little metal things that they wear. Well, the maneuver gear. The OMG? No, not OMG. Maneuver gear, MG, I don't know. They call it like an abbreviation, but online it's called the maneuver gear. But I'll call it the maneuver gear. That they're learning to use their maneuver gear, and Eren keeps failing. Every time he goes, he always ends up upside down, which is really funny. Even Potato Girl is kind of chilling on her thing, just being cool, but he never can do it. He's just kind of hanging upside down all the time, which will bring me to an awesome part that I like, which I'll talk more in the sub version. In the sub versus dub comparison, but. Obviously, if you can't pass before, like, 2 days, then he's going to be sent to the fields and forced to do, like, labor. And he doesn't want to do that. He wants to kill all the Titans, so he's going around to all the people who did a good job, asked them how to do it. And he taught these 2 people, which I forgot their names. I know I'll probably remember them. I'm going to go on Wikipedia because I can't remember their names for the life of me. So that's the thing, is they show that people have relatively normal names. Keith? Oh, no, it was not Keith. Keith was the guy. Yeah, Barrelt and Rainer. Okay, those are you guys. Some people have weird names. They're not like weird Japanese names, but sometimes weird Japanese names I can kind of understand, but like weird like Western names can be even harder to understand. Another thing is like Aaron, it's Aaron. That's an easy name. But those two are part of another town that they're part of a rural town that was attacked in the last few episodes, but because they're a rural, like obviously the military didn't go and let them know. So by the time the military got to them, the Titans already got to them and destroyed most of their town. So these two obviously want to help Aaron out because they have a similar goal. These two want to just get rid of the Titans out of their neighborhood and revive their village again. Aaron wants to kill all the Titans, so obviously they immediately like each other. He gives him some tips about how to operate the maneuvering gear. Then the next day, he's so confident. They lift him up. He's like holding it for a while. Then he flips upside down and hits his head. It's always kind of funny when you see him hit his head because he's like, it's very like One Piece, like Shonen Jump, very like. And then like obviously after that happened, there was a scene where like after it happened, like one of the guys like, hey, switch gears with the other guy. And I figured out that the gear that Aaron got was just defective. So like as soon as he got regular working gear, it was working just fine. And there's a cool scene when he's all happy and everyone's all proud of him. And there's a cool scene where the Keith, the guy who's the drill sergeant, was thinking in his mind like, oh look, he's like talking about Aaron's father. He's like, oh look, your son is gonna be a soldier now. And there's a scene of him on the horse, and they're all like jumping and like gliding to the trees, and it looks so cool. The animations is so good. There's also a scene when the other two guys were talking to Aaron and Mikasa, I think, and then or is it Aaron? It was one of the two. It's not Aaron. And then like they were taking a walk through the thing, and there's this beautiful lake, and like the animation's so pretty in the show. I love the animation. It's so good. Just a few things I had in general that are minor issues about the episode is, wouldn't they have checked the gear beforehand? Like, usually, like, I'm not an Army guy. Like, I don't know, if any subscribers are a part of, like, the Army or the Navy or the Marines, obviously, it's amazing the work you guys do, but I'm not fit for that kind of thing. I'm fit to play video games and watch anime. But I don't know if any of you guys, like, are in the military. If you are, fill me in, but don't they do, like, gear inspection all the time? Like, they would normally, like, if you have a gun that's just not working, wouldn't they check your gun? They wouldn't go, oh, you're just terrible at shooting. They would check your gun. That'd be the first thing to check. So that's why I feel like this thing was a minor, like, issue. And I think the whole thing about just being, oh, by the way, this it was broken. The switch out is fine now. It made the whole episode almost pointless. In a way, like I mentioned, like normally an Army and Navy or whatever, they would do like some sort of gear check at the beginning of like a drill, I would think. And if that were to happen, this whole episode would basically have no meaning and make the episode about something else entirely. So I don't know. It feels like that he has this whole like drive of like I need to be right, I need to be good, I need to be good. And it's like, oh, I was good the whole time. That's kind of cool. That kind of ruins the message a little bit, but partially I kind of like it because I'm gonna try to lean back because I'm comfy. Part of the message is that it's kind of like if there's something you want in life, yet there's one minor obstacle that keeps you from getting there. And this episode sort of just teaches you to like keep at it, and eventually you'll overcome that. Like for me, like I want to be like a video editor. That's what I want to do, work on movies and stuff. I guess, and like the problem is like you need like some sort of like experience, and like obviously the programs are super hard, and usually like obviously when I first started editing in like Final Cut Pro and like Sony Vegas, I had no idea how to use them. I was looking at them like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. But after actually using them and applying them, working hard and hard, I'm slowly getting better. Obviously, I'm still not perfect at either program yet, but I'm getting better. I feel like that's just a life lesson that's really good. So I don't know, that's a few of my issues I had with the episode as a whole. And then to do with sub versus dub, because obviously I watched the sub earlier today, and then I watched the dub just about right now. Like, what time is it right now I'm recording? I'm recording at 12:09, so I literally just finished watching it like a few minutes ago. So it's just a minor that's just an issue with the show in general, not versus like language barriers. But I think that's it. The episode's okay. I think it's a good episode, but it's nothing amazing. The scene at the very end is really cool, though. It's still a fun series. I love this series. One thing is interesting about this series is, like, this episode was very, like, Shonen Jump type of show, where it's just like I'm so cool, look at me, I can work really hard and get my goals and do stuff, I can be king of the Titans. I don't know. I'm gonna clear all the Titans. That's sort of like a Shonen Jump thing, a very Shonen anime thing. But it's very dark. Like, it's super, super dark for, like, a Shonen Jump, or, I keep saying Shonen Jump, Shonen anime. Shonen Jump is a brand of it that works on it. The thing is, Shonen animes are supposed to be for, like, a younger audience, like the pre-teen to early teen, even teenager demographic is usually what they're kind of aimed for, usually. But with shows like this, where it's, like, super vulgar and super gory, the first episode has mom be freaking ripped apart and severed arms and stuff, and it's like, that's insane. But like, that's after this kind of like an average shonen, like, I'm gonna be the person who kills all the Titans. Yay, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Not really. But, I don't know, it just feels like that. I don't know if it's like you would like it the same with you guys, but I still like it though. That's probably why I like it, is that it's very shonen anime style, which obviously, I grew up watching stuff like Naruto and stuff like One Piece and stuff like Dragon Ball Z. Like, I grew up watching shonen anime, so like, it's great seeing this shonen anime that's really dark and like really adult themed, because it makes me feel like this is directly for people who grew up watching shonen anime. It's like, here, you're an adult, here, watch this really adult shonen style anime. So I think it's really cool because of that. So the episode as a whole, I think I don't know. Am I doing a rating system? I don't know. I might do a minor rating system. I didn't really mention it last time because my camera was dying halfway through. I should prepare for that. Episode 1, I guess I'll go back and say, make an annotation or something in the first episode with episode 1 and 2. Episode 1 gets a 5, like, immediately. It was an amazing episode. Episode 4, Episode 2, I'd give it, like, probably 4 stars. Some good stuff and some bad stuff. This one, I give 3, which doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's sort of just an average, whatever, him learning to do stuff. Potato Girl makes up for it, though. Potato Girl, and then the last, like, scene where they're jumping through the air is really cool. And I hope Potato Girl I assume she's going to be a minor, like, comic relief character by the looks of it, but I hope she has some major involvement because she looks like a fun character. So, I don't know, this particular episode is a 3, so far, 5, 4, 3, slowly going down. I have a feeling that it's going down, like, obviously they start epic and then you have to go kind of down, like, because that's what they do with anime. Obviously, the first episode's the pilot. Just like in American TV shows, really. The first episode's the pilot. Basically, it's like, here, are you interested in the series? This first episode will show you exactly why you should like the series. And then from later on, it's like, we gotta establish stuff now. So that's what they're doing, they're establishing stuff. I assume, like, episode 4 and on is when it's starting to get really good. I don't know, I think these first 2 episodes are just gonna be, like, them learning to use their gear and learning how to fight. Once they know how to fight, and once this stuff is done, because obviously there's a 2-parter, so part 2 of this one is going to be episode 4 next week. So I'm feeling that after next week, the show's going to start getting really freaking good again. But for now, it's slowly going down. Not in a bad way. Well, I guess it's hard to not go down in a bad way. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that the excitement's slowly going down. There's not enough action. This is more just like them learning, them being yelled at by drill sergeant, them learning life lessons, them eating potatoes, stuff like that. Like, it's just kind of random. I don't know. It's good, though. I still love the series. It's just slowly going down. So yeah, episode alone gets a 4. It gets about a 3 out of 5. The dub versus dub. One thing I want to say for this. In this episode, like the first episode I said was kind of just even, 50-50. Second one, the dub, I feel like was a little better. This episode, by far, the dub was way more awesome in my opinion. The sub was good, but there was a scene in the dub, if you know what I'm talking about, when he's first, like, trying to get a hang of the gear and everyone's doing just fine and he's like hanging upside down. In the Japanese version, they just go like, Eren Yeager, what is the matter with you? Why are you upside down? In the dub, no lie, he yells, what is your major malfunction, Eren? And it's like, whoa, my goodness, they made a freaking Full Metal Jacket reference. And in my mind, the second you make a Full Metal Jacket reference, this is amazing. I just realized, I don't know who does the voice of the drill sergeant. But if it was the guy who does like who actually was the freaking drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket, like he did a lot of stuff. Like he did like the Army Men in Toy Story. He did like a few other he did lots of voice roles in cartoons. They did lots of voice roles. I think he might have done an anime or 2 before. I think he might have been like a Miyazaki film or something. I'm probably wrong, but I think he did a lot of American cartoons at least. So if they got him for this, that would be amazing. R. Lee Emery is his name. I honestly have trouble remembering. He actually did serve in the army, I believe. I might be wrong. But yeah, he's a freaking cool dude. If they got him, they would have been way more perfect. But just for that line alone, and a few other fun lines, like I mentioned the part with the potato girl and the girl who helps her out. In the Japanese version, she calls her a god. In the English version, she calls her a goddess, which I feel works better. There's a part when he's yelling at her first and yelling, "Why are you eating that potato?" And in the Japanese version, she's like, "I didn't want it to get cold, so I decided to eat it now." In the English version, they say something like, "It's safer in my belly," and it's like, that's kind of funny. It makes me like the girl a lot more, and the voice for her is pretty good. I like her voice. I like her voice in both versions. I feel like in the Japanese version, her voice is a lot more shrill and kind of annoying. In the English version, she sounds more like a real person. I don't know. It feels more natural. So in this version, the dub wins superiorly. The sub's still good. Obviously, if you only have the option to watch the sub, you can still watch the sub. If you go online, I think Mondays or Tuesdays they upload them on Funimation's website. They don't upload them immediately. If you DVR'd it or get a chance to DVR it, you can. I don't know if do they rerun that on Cartoon Network? I don't think so. I think they only play them once a night, and if you miss it, you miss it, and you have to watch on like Funimation's website. So yeah, that was today's episode of Attack on Titan. Gets a 3 out of 5 from me. Tune in next week, and I will review episode 4, which is the same episode as this, title, but part 2. 712 signing off. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Daddy attack! Ah!